All right, so now I want to go over the good and the bad. 3 bad things. Number 1, it's discontinued. And it's discontinued probably because there wasn't huge demand for it. And again, I think that if this company had more promotion, more marketing, more people trying it out at, let's say, LA Fit Expo or any major city expos, they would have sold even more of these. So number 1, discontinued. That's the bad thing. Number 2, it's a hassle to be able to take this all apart to be able to reconnect the other cables, and I hope that in a newer version that they make it easier somehow, or maybe you only have to take out one of these to be able to switch out that piece, or have some new kind of system that just avoids that completely, that makes it a lot easier. The third one, I would say price. It was, I believe, $249 on sale. If you got it with the system, you got it for cheaper. But again, if you're only using it for pec deck, even if you get, let's say, $199, it might be too much money just to be able to use for 3 sets of flies, you know, before your chest training once or twice a week. So that would be 3 bad things. I'd say something else that I wish that it had, I feel like these pads are great that it comes with, but I wish that the metal felt a little bit heavier duty on the arms. That's going to be a 4th thing. And 5th thing, I wish that it was a 1-to-1 ratio. So if I'm lifting 350 pounds, it's because of the way the pulleys are set up, you're only lifting 175 pounds. So it's literally going to be 175 pounds between both arms, but I wish it was a 1-to-1 ratio. What else? That's 5 things that I don't like about it. One other thing I would say is my wife is 5 feet tall, so for her to use it, it's a little bit wide and there's no way to adjust the arms. I wish that they would have done some adjustments for the arms for taller or shorter people. I guess you could say that's 6. Number 1, I grew up to the pec deck in the local YMCA in Boston where I'm from. I used to go to the Hyde Park YMCA. We used to use this. I love it. It's great. That would be the number 1 reason. It's nostalgic for me. Number 2, one of my subscribers actually mentioned that because of the shoulder issues they have, it's harder to do like cable crossovers, but the pec deck doesn't bother them. And me having had an injury back in 2019 with my shoulder, I had rotator cuff and bicep surgery. I feel the same way. When I'm doing the pec deck, I don't feel it in my shoulder as much. I feel it more in my chest. That's going to be number 2. Number 3, I love the way that this pulley system works. It's super smooth. When doing this at home, even though it's not something I do all the time, it definitely feels like it's a commercial system. So I feel like perfect smoothness. It's great. I can feel the weight. Right now, all I have is like 170 pounds. You add the bar, it's like 200 pounds. So it's not heavy enough for me right now, but it's enough for me to get a good feel, good pump. That's going to be number 3. Number 4, the 4th thing that I like about it, the back of the machine, it's only 18 inches that you need to have from the back of the machine, or the back of the legs of the feet of the machine. So it doesn't take up much space at all. It's perfect if you want to push it close to the wall but still have that as an option for working out. That's number 4. Oh, I can think of those 4 things that I like about it so far. So I got 6 dislikes, 4 likes, but I'm so glad that I got it. What I wanted to say is a couple of things that I would do if I was in charge of helping design that part, or if Ironmaster were to hear me out, or the people that are interested in buying their products to redesign Pec Deck 2.0. The suggestions that I would say, I would definitely say to have arms that can be changed as far as the size to make it easier for people of all sizes to use it. That 1-to-1 ratio that I was saying earlier as far as the weights. 3, heavier duty steel for the back to make it feel like it's more secure. If you're lifting heavy weight, you don't feel like you're stronger than the machine. You want to feel like the machine is stronger than you. 4th one, I would say, I wish that it had an ability to change the way the arms are positioned so that you can get back there and maybe do rear flies instead of just being able to do the pec deck. I want to be able to do both rear shoulders and chest as well. I think that's 4. I'd even say a 5th one if possible, the same way that the Ironmaster bench has the 3 sections for you to put the seat. You can slide it in. Let me show you what it looks like. So you're gonna see these three parts, and the bench slides inside. So pretty much years ago, let me see if I can find the bench seat. Where did I put it? Somewhere around here. But years ago, literally they used to have the seat right here where you could sit down and you can do your pec deck. I don't know why they took that out, but I think that would be pretty cool to have that as an option on the bench, just for people that maybe are shorter, to help them get up, or maybe you just want to sit down when you do pec deck. I think that would be pretty cool. And what else? Other than that, I don't know how many that I've said. I think I said like 4. Yeah, I'm really lucky that I got it, and I hope they redesign it, and I hope everyone that wants one out there is able to get one. And yeah, it was a lot of money. I spent a lot of money on this. I have more stuff coming as well. I'm just waiting for it to get back into stock, but for me, it's something that I'm going to use. I've seen videos before. Drew Bishop, you look him up on YouTube, Drew Bishop Fitness. He's the main person that influenced me to get this machine, watching his video in December of 2018. Also Swap Made on Instagram, amazing channel, you gotta check him out. But if you're gonna buy and spend, let's say, $3,000 on equipment like this, and you use it for the next 10 years, that's $300 a year. Now for one person, that's still not bad. That's about what you pay for a membership per month, like 30 bucks a month, right? But imagine you have 2, 3, 4 people using this machine right here, how much money you're saving, you're getting your money's worth. So spending $2,000, $3,000 on workout equipment that you can use for a family of 4 or 5, for me is worth it, especially if it's something that's gonna last you. And I am very excited to have the machine. I have been using it to train family, to train my clients for the past week that I've had it. So it's been great, and I'm really excited about it. If in the future they do design like a IM2000, because of the love that I have for this company and the trust that I have in the quality of the products, I would definitely upgrade to that product as well. But until then, I'm good to go. I'm having a daughter in October. I plan to train her on this when she's in high school. I know that it'll be working great in the next 20 years. And that's pretty much it. If you guys have any more questions about the IM2000, please leave them below in the comments. So I'm gonna stand behind there so I can show you again what it looks like. Standing up, chest open, squeezing my arms together, going out completely. The good thing is that when I go all the way back, I don't feel like I'm too stretched out. It's just enough for me to good stretch for my chest while doing the pec deck. So this is how the pec deck functions. And as you can see, while moving those 2 pieces, the top part, actually the top part doesn't even come up, so it doesn't even touch the top at all. You'll notice a couple of scratches here at the top. I'll show you that close up. And the reason I got scratches on mine is because I didn't read the instructions correctly when I first put it on. So I actually put it, I think it was like over the pulley and then over the other pulley, and then it ended up being too high and it scratched when I went to go use it. So then I reread the instructions and realized that it was over the first, under, and it makes it perfect so it doesn't touch. So here I'm going to show you how easy or how hard it is to go from using the pulley from the top. First thing that I'm going to do is I'm going to loosen up these 2 pulleys. At the same time, you want to make sure that you keep your hand underneath the pulley because it will slip out. The reason we need to do this to remove these 2 pulleys is because this part, the hook, can't detach, so it's not going to fit underneath the pulley. This part has that little ball there. It's not going to come off, so it's not going to be able to go through. So I'm going to unscrew this. I don't have it on super tight. The tighter that it is, the harder it is for these pulleys to spin. And what I do, I literally take off the pulley, put the screw, the nut, the washers, put them to the side. That's one. The next one, pulling it off, grab this pulley, right? Keep everything together. this to the side. One thing you'll notice, there's two pulleys. One is longer than the other. The reason that one is longer than the other, because one of these pieces up here from the ultimate chin-up attachment, it makes it a little thicker, so that longer screw is going to be for that part. Now, remember, this is the one that you use for the regular pulley system, right? The ball and the hook. I'm going to take those, I'm going to put those on the back. On the back, I already have waiting for me, I have this one right here. I'm going to connect in a second. The other one, you can keep this on the back of your machine or to the side. You're going to see it's these two little pieces. This is the pulley, right? And then you have this section for the carabiner. Now, if I come around to this side, I put it in, and then it locks it in place. Actually, it's going to be this one, right? Oh no, I had it right the first time. So put that in. So normally you can have it hanging on the back side. I'm going to bring it around to the front. Do the same exact thing on the opposite side. So now this pulley, it's literally right in the pulley wheel, and I have this place where the carabiner comes ready to go. I'm going to leave that right there for now. Go back around. The one that I have in the back is this one. So this one, instead of having the ball, it's going to be just that hook and just this one right here to attach a carabiner. Now here's the easy thing about putting this one back on when it comes to the pec deck. After you take it off, all you got to do is put this back in, and it's going to be the pulley wheel in first. Slide that through. Boom, so that one's on. Next one, this one's going to be the longer one. Unscrew this. I keep everything together so I don't lose the pieces. Slide that through. Boom. And boom. Okay, perfect. As you remember, when I had the other one, it literally went over both of them and it came out through here. This one's going to be different. So this one's going to be over the one that's closest to the front, under the one that's behind it, right? I'm going to grab my carabiner, grab the carabiner, put that on. Now this is going to attach to this metal one that I have back here. Clips on just like that. So as you see, it comes up like this when you have the weight on the hook. Put the weight. You want to make sure that it's centered on the ball, or on the bar rather. It's going up, it's going under. This is all connected, both arms are connected, and I'll go and do a couple of reps so you can see it in action. One thing I have tried doing is rear delts with my chest here. So I guess you could do this a little bit if you wanted to for back. And that is it. Hope you guys enjoyed it. That is my pec deck review, showing you how to put it on. And as far as actually putting it on the product, when you get it, after you unbox it, I'll show you. This is how it is up close, see? And then these are super simple. Literally this piece, you see how they have the bolts and the nuts and the washers? This just attaches to the top part. Everything else comes, you screw on the arms. Other than that, this is normally completely flat. You'll see right there I have that metal bar, and it has the metal backing, has a seat it's bolted in. And that is literally all it is. The seat, the back that it's attached to, this top part, the two arms, and then yeah, literally one pulley right there with that cable going through, and then you have a specific one that's going to be hook at the bottom, and at the top it's just going to be the carabiner.